Hey everyone, Jason Hill here, and today I'm going to prepare one of my favorite brunch items. We go up to Portland, Oregon quite a bit, and there's a chain of restaurants up there that are called Tasty and Alder, Tasty and Sons, and this is a shakshuka recipe. I've also had it in London in Borough Market, and they're two different recipes. They're similar. The one in Portland uses a tomato base, and that's the one I'm going to stick with and kind of tweak both of them and make mine. So let's get started. So this recipe is going to use 3 bell peppers. I'm going to do 2 green, 1 red, and we're going to cut them julienne style. And there's one other, the one recipe calls for roasting these first and removing the skin, but I'm just going to go ahead and peel these, leave the skin on. So now you have 5 sides, and I like to take my knife and remove the inner part there. Sometimes that could be a little bitter. Just be careful as you're cutting towards your hand. You can also cut away. Okay, now I've taken all the bell peppers and removed all the flesh, and we just have pieces like this, and just lay them flat, skin side down, and we'll just do a little julienne cut. And that's about what the cut you want. Okay, you're going to want a big to medium, heavy gauged little stock pot. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, and then we're going to get our peppers in there. And we are going to cook these down big time. Had it on medium high, so I could probably bump it down to medium now. And we'll just kind of let that single layer there cook for a bit so we get hopefully a nice char on them. While the peppers are cooking down, I have 1 sweet onion, which I've peeled and cut in half, and then we just julienne this. That's about what you like right there. Okay, while our peppers are cooking down, let's go over the rest of the ingredients real quick. Okay, I've got a 28-ounce can of Italian tomatoes that are already cut up. Of course, we saw the onion. 1 heaping tablespoon of garlic-shallot puree, or you could use about 5 to 6 cloves of garlic sliced. You need 1 bay leaf. We've got a teaspoon of cayenne, a teaspoon of cumin, a teaspoon of smoked paprika, and a teaspoon of Hungarian paprika. And then about a 1/2 tablespoon of sugar, some scallions for garnish, and then you're going to need about 2 eggs per serving, and this makes 4 servings. So you would need 8 eggs. All right, the peppers have been in here for about 10 minutes. You can see they're starting to get charred a little bit. So now it's time to add our onion. And we want these to cook down really, really well. Once these start to cook, then we'll add our garlic. I like to add my garlic a little later because I just don't want any of the garlic to burn. So I'll get these onions going first. Onion and bell pepper. Such a great combination. So many different dishes. It's like our fajitas that we make. It's one of our staple foods we make in the house. Break up that onion. Once you kind of get them broken up, just let it sit. Okay, after about another 5 minutes of cooking down, now let's add our garlic-shallot puree. Knock that in there. Swirl it around. And within 10 seconds, enjoy the aroma. Oh, wow. All right, after stirring for a few minutes, it's time to dump in the spices. Paprika, cumin, cayenne. And we're going to coat the vegetables with the spices. And let this cook for a couple minutes. Now it's really coming together. You got the smell of the vegetables, the garlic, and now the spices. That smoked paprika just smells amazing. All right, time for the tomatoes. Okay, here we go. Carefully dump in your tomatoes. And then this is just going to simmer. I'm going to put it down, turn the temperature down just a little bit. Do that. Get our sugar in there. Drop in our bay leaf. And let this cook down and reduce for about 20 minutes. But don't forget, at this point, we got to preheat our oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. There we go. Okay, after a good 20 minutes, you can see it's cooked down. This is the consistency you want. And we're going to fish out our bay leaf. We don't want that in there. And then now we just have a couple more steps. Okay, I removed it from the stove. At this point, we're going to add a little pinch of kosher salt to taste. Give it a stir and then give it a taste, because you can always add more salt, but you can't take it out. So I put a pinch in there. I'm going to get a little spoon, give it a little taste. One more little pinch. Oh, I got that smoky paprika taste going. Cayenne's a little strong, so if you're sensitive to the spicy, cut back on the cayenne. It's ready for the oven. Okay, you can use a ramekin. I'm using my little 5-inch cast iron skillet. We're gonna put a nice, probably about 5 ounces of the stew. And we're gonna make a couple little wells for our eggs. We're gonna crack an egg in each one. Get out of there. There we go. All right, before we go in the oven, I'm gonna add just another little pinch of salt on the eggs. Let's get it in there. I'm gonna set this on my top rack. And we're gonna check this in about 4 minutes. Remember, it's at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. I like to serve this with day-old French bread. And what I do here is I just drizzle a little olive oil on each piece. Rub that in. And we're gonna take this over to the stove where I have my grill cast iron. Just lay these down at an angle. And this only takes a second or two. Okay, after a couple of minutes, we're gonna give them another turn. So we went from here, and we're gonna go back to this angle so we get some even grill marks. All right, after checking it every few minutes, I'm pulling it out at the doneness I like. So the eggs are still gonna be a little bit undercooked. Let's eat. Hit it with some fresh cracked pepper. Garnish with our little green onion. And we had some bacon bits. I thought that'd be nice to throw on top of there. Can't go wrong with bacon. And let's get our nice toasted day-old French bread. Okay, this is a very hefty serving, but I think I'm capable of eating it. So I'm gonna go ahead and try it. All right, here we go. Look at that nice yolk. Let's get some of that on our bread. Break that apart. Get some of our vegetables and tomato. Oh my goodness. Oh man. That is so good. You have to give this recipe a try. It's such a great brunch dish. So many great flavors going on. Little kick, but it would be a hit for you. Give it a try. Let me know what you think. And as always, thanks for tuning in.